What's going on? Welcome to episode 91 of Bad Takes, Better Conversations. We got a King and Queen of the Ring edition. Results and review. We did the predictions. So if you haven't done your predictions yet in the thing, it's too late. So make sure you're on time next time. But we're just going to run through the show, give the results, the review. On Thursday, we'll announce the winner of the Btbc predictions and somewhat parlays, man. But let's get into the episode, man. But before we do, I'm Russell Spot, one of your hosts. We got Tommy, man.
Yo, what's up, y'all, man? All I'm gonna say is, we'll get to the other champion that happened today, but I just want to say to the TWB Discord, acknowledge me. Won that predictions today, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a good day so far. Our own Donnie's Discord now. He has nothing. He can't do shit about it, and yeah, fuck Donnie. Go ahead, Rod.
My bad. My bad. What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ron Hardy, aka Axel. And so I was at work today, so I didn't really get to watch the full show. I only got to watch the first two matches, and it was a good show. I was informed on the rest of the show, and kind of like saw bits and pieces. The other three matches seemed to be pretty good. We got a new King of the Ring, a new Queen of the Ring. So it was a great show, and Tommy finally won something. That loser.
He had to go win he had to go win the B plus championship, man.
Yeah, he had to go win that what do we call it, the as in like the Universal Champions, the number one title. He just basically won the heavyweight title. So he's a secondary title holder. So we're not even worried about him over here. This is
I just want to know, like, how is our last place guy their champion?
I mean, that should just. I mean, granted, this is an insult to myself, which I'm gonna come back, double back, but that should tell you that Donnie. I mean, it's Donnie's Discord. What do you expect? But
I mean,
I'm
people
there.
are cool, but
I'm there to
Donnie
elevate
Blaze,
it. I'm there to elevate it. That's what I'm there.
You know what's so crazy? The fact that we come on here every week and we disrespect Donnie, and we come on here, we disrespect him because he a dweeb and all this other stuff, and you the champion of his Discord.
Yeah,
Man,
he's officially my bitch.
That's a fall off.
No. It's not a fall off, bro. I just made Donnie my bitch. Now he has to listen to me. That's my Discord. It's okay, bro. Trust me.
He's still number 3 over here. He's still number
still
3.
number 3 over here. Hey, man. Should we just get right into it, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. So the show kicked off with Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch. Now, in my opinion, the match was okay. It was passable. I still hate that damn Liv Morgan finisher, man, the Oblivion. But the way the match ended, man, Dominic Mysterio would come in, throw a chair in the middle of the ring. Now, it's still unsure whether he was trying to give it to Becky or to Liv because he's been doing some. And there he goes, man. Been doing some questionable things. One of those dweebs is your champion, Donnie Blaze. Just putting that out there, man. But yeah, basically Dominic handed Liv the win, and he was trying to make it seem like he wasn't trying to do that. But Liv Morgan is your new women's world champion.
Should I go first, Rod?
Yeah, go
ahead. What a day it is. I'm gonna just go ahead and get this out the way. I didn't think the match itself was good. I thought it was actually kind of mediocre at best. But you can't. Hey, bro, that's crazy. Donnie, don't let the problem get to your head, because I might have to. Nah. Yeah, just don't do that. I don't want you to see what happens next, bro. Just please don't do that. But anyways, the match wasn't good in my opinion. I think the match could have been way better. But we've been saying this. I've been saying this. Ken's been saying this. Quite a few people around the little space has been saying this and trying to tell these viewers, man. It was bound to happen. It's just bound to happen. So get over it, man. Like she says, man, cry about it.
This was not Liv's best match. That was not Liv's best match. I think the other one was.
He's only saying that because Becky was in it.
No, but to go with his thing, I think the first match he had with Becky was way better than this one. So I don't know.
It was. It is. I don't know what he's. There you go, being a dweeb again. Rod, go ahead, man. How you feel?
I think Liv's best match is the day one. My fault. But go ahead. My fault, Rod.
So I thought I thought this match was decent. I'm not gonna say it was as bad as like what you guys are implying, because I'm not gonna lie. It picked up towards the end of the match. There was like a lot of back and forth offense between the two. Very, and also this match could have been. This match was, at least to me, pretty unpredictable because it could have gone either way. Obviously, Becky could have won, and they could have held off the whole lifting until SummerSlam, hoping that Rhea is coming back. Um, I'm starting to think that Rhea's coming back sooner rather than later if they're putting the title on Liv, because I think if they would have kept it on Becky, it's probably because they didn't think Rhea was going to come back anytime soon. So I guess the thing to figure out now is what's Liv's next feud, because obviously I don't think Rhea's going to be her feud until obviously SummerSlam, especially because now they put the title on her. But I think it was only a matter of time before the title was on her, and I'd rather it be on her than on Becky, because we know that she has the Balea disease and it's in full effect. She already is reinstating her rematch clause. Like, what a Balea, bro! It's like we talked about this last week. This Balea disease is spreading, and then it's spreading fast. It is spreading faster than the COVID-19 virus. This thing is getting out of control. And
I think that's the
like
move for Scotland, by the way. Liv and Lyra.
that's it right there. Like I was saying, this Balea disease is getting out of control. It's like eventually at some point it's gonna get to Roman, and it's not gonna look good, bro. But onto the match, like, although Liv and Lyra is gonna be absolutely phenomenal. Dude, Lyra took a. We're going to talk about it a little bit later, but dude, the finish to that match, that was one of the most brutal non-object finishes I've seen in my life.
I thought she
Like,
died.
she was squashed.
I thought she
I
died.
thought she died. But back to the match. Yeah, I thought this was one of Liv's better matches. I didn't think it was as bad as you guys are implying, just because it was a lot of back and forth and it was kind of unpredictable as to who was gonna win. So it kind of kept me in the loop, and it wasn't like although I'm not gonna say predictable matches are boring, but when there's a match that either woman can win and there's at least like some type of um like some formality as to who will win, then it kind of keeps the match like pretty fresh and keeps you invested. So that's why I kind of thought it was pretty good. But yeah, glad Liv is champion, and let's see how she does with promos, man. I mean, she's pulling off this heel character in this Liv Morgan revenge tour. We're gonna see what happens with Dominic Mysterio, but it doesn't look too good. Not gonna lie.
Nah, man. Yeah, I don't think it was bad. I just think it was like okay at best for me. But
Very middle of the pack, like middle of the road, like
yeah, like Rod did say, she Becky Lynch is enacting her rematch clause on Monday.
On Monday, yeah.
So I'm guessing that's gonna main event, and maybe we get a full fledged Dominic and Liv alliance there. Maybe it's more set in stone there.
Look, one thing
I hope so. At least I hope so.
That Balea's disease is getting to her pretty bad for her to reenact her rematch clause on Monday, because it's gonna cause her to lose that match. That damn Balea disease it's like you react to it and you're like I need some more, like I need to win more, like that's just what the Balea does. And it started with Hulk Hogan, that piece of shit, like just damn Balea disease, and now it's spreading all over. Like, it started with the men, and then it got to the women, and now the women are like, Charlotte Flair was probably the woman with the most Balea, and now she's gonna pass it over to Becky. Like, what? Come on now, what's going on?
Hey, did y'all see they're doing that NYC Fest for Fanatics?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
So it's gonna have so you can be able to meet Cody. You can be able to meet Cody, Rhea, and Becky Lynch right there, man.
Yeah.
Should be
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't want to meet Becky Lynch. Actually, you know what? I want to ask her what makes you think that you think it's cool to grab this Balea disease and just like do not pass that shit around. Do not pass that shit around, please.
I think it just kind of happens. I don't even think they know that they're passing it.
Like, this shit is it's out of control, bro. It's contagious. Like, what's going on here?
What's good, EJ?
Hello.
Good, EJ.
Hey, EJ, the Learning Tree wrestles tomorrow, by the way.
Oh yeah, he has the Balea disease. Yeah,
insane. He has.
You know what's funny is
really
the Balea disease is low-key his character right now.
Yeah. You know, he doesn't even deserve that name, the Learning Tree disease, because that's something completely different. Like, he's trying to get himself on every show, fighting for every title. Like, I don't know what's going on here. That's the Learning Tree disease. That's what that is. It's completely
Real
different.
quick
It's
before we move
worse.
on, from this match, EJ say yes, sir. What are some in this live run? What are some feuds that y'all would be interested to see?
Well, I already seen two, Lyra and Io. I mean, I feel like that's almost automatic. Just putting, especially Io and Liv, I think they'll put on just a banger. But Liv and Lyra, I mean, with their back and forth going on, I think that just makes kind of the most sense, you know. Trying to think about that roster.
There's actually one that not a lot of people will actually name, and it's because this woman hasn't really been around. She's been low-key on the sidelines due to an infection, and it's Raquel Rodriguez due to the amount of history they have with each other. And Raquel's a phenomenal wrestler. I think with a heel Liv and a face Raquel, there's like a really good dynamic there. I just don't know how long Liv's gonna actually hold the title for us to even see the amount of feuds that we can get from her. And I think this is more of a transitional reign to kind of put it on Rhea. I could be wrong though. We could be seeing a longer reign from Liv, and then maybe potentially later down the line at a Royal Rumble or potentially a Survivor Series. Then they put it back on Rhea. But as of right now, my take is that she's gonna lose to Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam.
EJ, you're because again, I'm very happy that she's champion, but I don't know how I don't think she's gonna get to the spectacular area when it comes to this title reign. And I hope it's tolerable and I hope it's good. But
Yeah.
spectacular? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The way the Raw's current women's roster is set up, it doesn't look like she's gonna have a spectacular reign. Because I can't think of many credible. If she's going heel, I can't think of many credible faces that she can face other than Becky and maybe Rhea when she comes back.
But outside of that, it's kind of
it's kind of thin there. Maybe Lyra's gonna be cool. In ring wise, it's gonna be cool. I'm not gonna lie, but those promos are gonna be ass.
I'm gonna be honest. I said you said that. I think Liv's run is gonna be more so definitely like a match to match, week to week kind of thing instead of a storyline kind of thing until Rhea comes.
So, like I said, I think the one that has the most potential outside of Rhea is the Raquel one, because of the amount of history they have there with those two. That one probably has the most potential out of all of them except for Rhea. The Rhea feud we already know is going to be great. We already know that. I'm pretty sure that's a foregone conclusion that one's going to be great with the amount of storytelling there is to tell there. That could be a multiple pay-per-view type of feud. And then the Raquel one, hopefully that does happen. Hopefully Raquel does get better. Other than that,
ass is a little mean. I think they're just there, but they don't do nothing for me.
Yeah, they're just. You definitely can tell she has some growing to do. Is all I'm saying. So I just don't think right now she can, carry a feud.
I'm trying to think. You see, this is when I do believe a woman like an Alexa Bliss is needed.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm thinking. I'm like, Alexa has to come back pretty soon. I'm almost pretty damn certain. I'd love to see her go to Raw because I think the women's division on the SmackDown side is pretty stacked. But I'd love to see her come to Raw and come back as a babyface. Or I miss Little Miss Bliss, so even as a heel could be great. But I think there's a lot of. Is there a lot of heels on Raw? Liv, Rhea,
like all the women that can be top ladies.
You know who Loki could actually now they're heels. I was about to say Dakota Kai, but
I was gonna say Shayna, but she's a heel too.
Yeah, she's.
What about?
She's not too mad.
And Zoe Stark.
What about Asuka when she comes back? But that's the thing. We just don't know how long this reign's gonna be for all the people that are out right now to come back and feud with Liv. I don't think it's gonna be that long.
I always want to be able to say that it doesn't matter if it's a heel versus heel, but WWE hasn't really shown us that they're willing to do heel versus heel on a big stage.
Not yet. One day it's gonna happen, bro. One day there's gonna be two just big stars. You don't want to change their character, and they just gotta, do what they do. One day it's gonna happen. I think you miss out on a lot of matches if you don't do that. That's the only thing that AEW does that WWE doesn't do.
But y'all ready for the next match?
Let's do it.
Next match was an absolute banger, man. I'm happy they didn't make the move I thought they were gonna make yet. But with that being said, we had Sami Zayn defending his Intercontinental title against Bronson Reed and Chad Gable. The transition from the opening match to this one was, I think they spaced out this card pretty well. They did have 2 really good matches back to back in like the main event and the semi-main event. But this match going after Liv versus Becky, I might have flipped it, but I guess the moment of Liv winning the title was cool to open the show. However, this match from an in-ring standpoint was absolutely good, and a storytelling standpoint with Otis at ringside and hidden Chad Gable, man. Calling that a reign of terror, EJ, is insane. But nah, man. Sami Zayn does get the win after a distraction from Otis to Chad Gable, hidden with a clothesline. I'm glad they didn't do the Chad Gable win yet because I want that to be with the help of the Creeds or basically I want that in a one-on-one, not in a triple threat for Chad to get that title. What did y'all think?
Bro, is it just me, or is like Chad Gable about to embark on a legendary heel run? Because he is absolutely killing it, bro.
Yeah.
He's a great baby face, but man, I never thought he'd be this great of a heel. The ending sequence to that match where he's on Otis and he's telling me, he's telling Otis like, is like, are you an idiot? Like, is that your friend? Obviously pointing at Sammy, and then saying, listen to your coach, and then slapping him to like the storytelling that they are currently telling between those two, and it's honestly it's putting so much hate on Chad, who, dude, was absolutely beloved by everybody, and then with an instance like that, and this is why I thought the heel turn was done so perfectly well, because they did it on a guy who's Chad Gable, who was beloved, right? Like super beloved, but he turned heel on a guy who's just as loved as him in Sami Zayn. So this heel turn couldn't have worked out more perfectly for him, and he's doing a phenomenal job and taking off with it. I just want to say his entrance, they got to give him a catchier song, because people are starting to do the "You Suck" chants to his theme song. I think they got to switch that immediately, where they give him a catchier song that goes with the rhythm of them saying "You Suck." Other than that, dude, there's a sequence in this match where Chad Gable did a suplex to both German suplex to both Bronson Reed and Sami Zayn. That was probably the most impressive part of the match, other than Bronson Reed doing a suicide dive and also him doing a moonsault. I mean, this match was all over the place. A lot of great dynamic between Chad Gable's strength, Sami Zayn being elusive, and obviously Bronson Reed's size. It made for great chemistry, and all three men absolutely cooked in this match. It was a very fast-paced match. I don't even think it went for that long. I think it went for like 12, maybe at most 15 minutes. But this was a barn burner. What did you just say?
He said how do you care about that Rod? That Rebel has been slacking with their theme songs as of late.
Yeah, but I don't know how you can mess up something to create a rhythm where it's kind of, and it doesn't even have to be anything special. It could just be an instrumental where it, the cadence of the song is kind of matching with what the crowd is saying for, like "You Suck." So I don't know how they could mess that up, but then again, it is Def Rebel, so you never know.
Let me know if I'm cooking with this next somewhat take, man. But I think WWE finally put Chad Gable in a position to be what they have wanted him to be for the longest time. The next Kurt Angle, man.
100%, man. For so long they've been trying to find the next, and obviously they tried with Gable Steveson. You see that they tried with Chad Gable very early on, but
I think they wanted it, but they just never given him the right stuff, and now they finally found it.
They would they would put him on TV. They would have him do a good stretch work, and then they would take him off like out of nowhere. I'm like, dude, why are you taking this guy off TV? Like, he's clearly doing some amazing work. Like before that tournament, bro, they had him off TV, and then out of nowhere, boom, the tournament happened, and he was on TV out of nowhere to challenge Gunther for the IC title at Mania. And then now they're finally having him featured on TV, which is great. And I think they found like the median for him, and he's doing great now.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that. I'm actually really happy. I'm actually extremely happy for Chad and just heel turn in general, because like you guys saying, they found the next Kurt Angle, and then obviously this is him being this character. I think he's gonna accomplish so much more. As if he just stayed a babyface. Like I'm happy that WWE pulled the trigger, and I'm happy they actually executed this heel turn. And it's gonna be, like Rod said earlier, it may be a generational run incoming. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm super excited. But the overall the triple threat match itself was great. I love the not the oldest turn, but well, I guess you can call it a turn. But the storytelling in this match, like Russ Spot said, was phenomenal. And this was one of those. This is maybe second or third on the card in my opinion. But yeah, that's how I feel about the match.
Hey EJ, that's not funny shit because I thought the exact same thing. I knew Chad Gable had it, but putting him next to Jason Jordan, I would have chose Jason Jordan too, to be honest with you. But I'm glad. I'm not glad that things happened the way they did because unfortunately Jason Jordan did have an injury and that took him out for his career. But I am glad that Chad Gable's been able to step up to the plate and be who he truly is able to be.
Yeah,
The thing with Jason Jordan, I think the thing that was gonna win the thing that was gonna win people over was he just has the physique and the size that Chad Gable doesn't. Chad Gable's a lot smaller. But I think this version of Chad Gable can be a world champion at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like this version could be a world champion if he's to pair up with the Creed brothers. They could do like a Team Angle type of thing, but obviously with Team Gable, and they can turn into a dominant trio and potentially run wild on like the whole WWE. So I would love to see that.
Facts.
My bad, y'all. My camera's up. Camera's off because I'm fucking this chicken up. But the next match, man. Oh, my fault for the predictions. Axel did choose Liv. Me and Axel both choose Liv, so we didn't get a point. But Tommy did get the point there for choosing Liv. And for this match, we all choose Sammy, so we all good.
Wait, me and you chose Liv?
Me and you chose Becky in the opener.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so only Tommy got the point there. But for this one, we all got the point. Now for the next match, man. No lie, this is probably the thing that I'm most hyped for coming out of King and Queen of the Ring. The Queen of the Ring finals. We had Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax. And I'm hyped that Nia Jax is the Queen of the Ring, man. The second run she's been on, she deserves it, bro. And I think putting her in a title match in a stadium show, again, this is her second time doing it. First one was in the main event of Australia. But the result here, awesome finish. She straight squashed her, man. But yeah, Nia Jax is your 2024 Queen of the Ring.
That's crazy, Axel.
Tommy sat there and waited.
That's crazy. But shout out to Nia Jax, man.
Am I supposed to break it up?
Yeah, I don't know what I was actually waiting to see how he was gonna do that, and
that's going in the conclusion.
But anyway,
we done the regular way over here.
Okay, hey, there ain't no shame in your game as I can see, so I'm not gonna say too much. You don't eat it this way? You do you.
Tommy said he eat it sideways.
No, I didn't. No. Bruh. Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. Axel's already at the end of that banana, and I think that's crazy. It took him like 4 or 5 seconds, bro. See, he's already done, bro. Right. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Axel devoured that banana, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I was hungry. This that vitamin. What's that? C? This is for.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No. Oh no. This is potassium. My bad. Stay educated, kids.
There you go. Yeah. Nia Jax, great that she won it, man. I'm just happy because she has been doing career work. Me and Tatiana started. We were like, nah, she's not it. But this heel run, this heel work, over week after week, she's won us over little by little. So her to finally be the Queen of the Ring in this amazing tournament. Shout out to her. And then I don't know if everybody saw the finish, but she basically just squashed the shorty, Sat on her like Yokozuna, you know what I'm saying? Just
arms crossed and everything. She was tough. She was tough.
Nah, but I really that it did make me nervous because I'm like, she's so little, you can squash her fucking chest in. But okay, hope she's okay because that looks vicious.
Not for real. No, I'm very happy, man. My prediction was Nia to win this, and she ended up winning. I'm very happy she did win. She definitely deserves this. I hope she wins the title, man. I really do. I hope she takes it off Bailey. Like Bailey's reign has been great thus far. But Nia needs a title. She could be a real dominant heel champion. And this run is there's just no comparison with this run and her first run because this one's clearly night and day, 100 times better. Her character work, her mic work, all better. Her in ring work is way better. I love her, man. Like she's such a hard worker, and I'm happy that she's getting her shine. One thing I do want to point out, Lyra probably has the sickest women's entrance.
Yeah, it's pretty going up.
She's
Once the crowd gets
she's
into it, this gonna be fire.
dude. She's and you can tell the WWE is very high on her because she was literally just in the finals, and she was on NXT just a month ago. So you can tell that they're
Isn't
very
that
high on
crazy?
her, and they're gonna treat her like a star. And I'm very excited because she's very good in the ring. She has to clean some stuff up with her character and with her promo, but she's young. I believe she's in her early 20s. She has a lot of time to clean that stuff up, but her in ring is already amazing. So I hope they use her as a star, kind of like how they're doing with Carmelo on the other side with the men on SmackDown. And I think that's what they're gonna do with her.
So coming out of this, it
Yeah,
does
shout
look
out
like
to
it's gonna be
Lyra.
Nia. It's gonna be Nia versus Bailey at SummerSlam. Early predictions, I think Nia is gonna take that title, bro.
Really?
I do.
I
I do. I think she
to
should
be
too.
honest though, no, I think I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think I just this run that Nia is having, I feel like you do got to cap it off with something like a title, you know. So I think I'm all for it. I think I'm all for it. I think I'm ready for a heel dominant women's champ. You know, I'm ready for one of them reigns. So
With this
it should
being
be
the
fun. It
first
should be fun.
King and Queen of the Ring in a few years, if you really want to establish the legitimacy of the crown, I think you got to have them. Whoever wins it wins the title this year.
You could tell
I
that
can see it. Yeah.
you could tell that her hard work paid off because when Triple H was putting the crown on her, she got real emotional, and you could tell that she had worked so hard to get to this point, and now she's about to get a world title match in front of what 50, 60,000 people at SummerSlam and potentially win the title. I mean, you could tell it's about to come full circle for her. Um, and yeah, I mean, look, she's already had one major moment in her career, which was winning the title at WrestleMania 34. But this one's gonna be that much better because she's just more involved now.
Hey man, personally, kind of acknowledging EJ's comment that people still shitting on Nia, saying she can't wrestle in 2018 no more. Not gonna lie, I was in the group of people who, when they brought her back at the Royal Rumble last year,
I was pissed.
and
I was
when
pissed.
they brought her back last fall, saying all like clowning WWE for bringing her back. Hey, I was wrong. I was so wrong. She's cooking.
Yeah, I was wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I was completely wrong. I didn't, bro. Like, but I don't know if anybody could have ever pictured this, like a complete 180 turnaround to. It's not even
Yeah.
180. She did a complete 360 because this is, and you could tell she got more fit too, so she can wrestle smaller opponents and be fine with them. I remember like it used to be almost nauseating just seeing her wrestle, smaller opponents. Now it feels right like seeing her wrestle smaller opponents.
They're giving her
But
better
the majority,
finishing sequences too, bro. On
Yeah.
top of that,
Yeah, they're switching
Like,
it up.
Friday, I like the way they did it yesterday with Bianca, where Bianca just folded under the KOD after she worked the back the whole match. So that led to the bonsai drop, and then
Yep.
today, bro, that was genius. That was like so simple, but it was
was
genius at the same time.
Yeah,
it was,
and
and
it looked
so
brutal. It
efficient.
looked absolutely brutal. That shit looked nasty.
They
I thought
count.
I was like they gotta check on Lyra for a concussion or something.
Yeah,
So,
that was a tough spot. That just That's a tough bump to take, Miss Lyra. You're a trooper for that though, but that's a tough one.
Hey, good work from Lyra here. Good work from Jax. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to Naya for winning the thing though too. But next match.
Yep.
Oh, go. Oh, were you gonna say something?
I was saying this was the Queen of the Ring tournament was very good. I don't know what you guys thought of it, but I thought it was a very enjoyable tournament. Compared to the Queen's Crown, the one that they did in 2021, this one was way better.
I think the best match of the tournament was Lyra and Io.
Oh, and Io, 20-minute classic on Monday night, dude. Them two went out there and absolutely tore the house down.
Facts. But a big thing that why I think this tournament was so again successful for the women especially compared to previous years that they try to do it. They gave them time. Triple H gives them time in the ring. The other guy, I won't say his name. The other guy would have been like, "Y'all wrestle each other. I got 5 minutes, including entrances. Like, what are we doing? You know?" So the big difference is the time that they gave these stars to be stars, and now I want to see it every year. You know, no doubt in my mind, I want to see it every year. So.
Hey, shout out Triple H because he saw the criticism we were giving him, or not just we, but the IWC was giving him for not booking the woman in the correct amount of time, and now look at him, man. He's having a bunch of matches. So.
Not only that, one thing I will say is I like how they took a young star, Lyra, and put the spotlight on her and allowed her to shine. I think every year, if they're gonna do this every year, Queen and King of the Ring, they have to at least put one person in there that doesn't have to shine quite like the others and give them the opportunity to shine. But it has to be somebody who's like uberly talented. Like Lyra's very talented. Carmella was able to shine a bit this in the King of the Ring tournament, and they got him a spotlight too. But like because these are people from NXT and the worldwide audience isn't really too familiar with them, and the fact that now the worldwide audience, is starting to get familiar with them, I think people are going to start to catch on to this new era of NXT.
It helps the brand a lot too. It helps the brand a lot because now you have those main. You can say those main roster only people that watch. You now have them like, oh, they all came from NXT. How many of these hoopers do NXT got? And they're gonna tune in on Tuesdays, you know. So it all helps. It all helps.
They're gonna start
to. Oh, go ahead.
Like kind of backing off of what Tommy said, they're gonna start to see that like, oh, these people just came from this NXT 2.0 that had started when Vince started it, and they're gonna start to be like, oh, maybe NXT is good. I mean, you got Tiffany Stratton,
Lyra, Braun,
you got Lyra,
Carmelo,
Braun, and Carmelo, and you got them all shining on the main roster. I think people are gonna start to realize that maybe we do need to watch NXT. So they're probably gonna start to tune in more.
All right, but kind of piggybacking off this is somewhat of a transition to the next match because it has to do with this past match that we were just talking about. The next one, I love that they're not turning the King and Queen of the Ring into gimmicks. It doesn't look like they're going that direction. Especially with what happened after the match with the upcoming match, the King of the Ring finals. We had Gunther versus Randy Orton. Gunther got the win. Really good match. I think match of the night. Just had a bad finish. I think that's the only thing. But I don't think that was storyline purposes, but they did acknowledge it with Triple H after the show. But basically, Orton hit an RKO, and Gunther was able to take advantage of the knee and roll him up. Orton's shoulder was clearly up for the whole 3 count, and Gunther got the win. But the reason I'm kind of referring to they're not using the King and Queen of the Ring as gimmicks. When Gunther won, he never put it on. He was just holding it like it was like a title. Like it was almost like it's the briefcase because he knows he's going to cash in for a title shot. So I think that's really cool.
And I also think it's I don't know if it's me just looking too far or too deep into it, but for some reason him not holding or not wearing the crown, I just felt like was a part of his character a little bit. He just doesn't seem like the type of guy that would wear a crown, but he should be King of the Ring. So it's just weird. He has just a unique character, but I mean, I don't know. See, when I originally seen the finish, I yelled. I was like, "Oh my god, his shoulder's up!" And then I just go straight to Twitter because I know, wait, I'm watching this after everybody, so they've already addressed it. So I go on Twitter, and then that's when I see Triple H talking, addressing the situation. And did they already announce the match again, or the match, or did they announce a date for it? Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna run it back.
Not yet, because they're waiting for Randy to heal up.
Okay,
Oh, they said they're gonna run it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that. Okay, I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna run it back.
But we just don't know when yet. But again, I will say, because they addressed the finish, I like it. Just because again they addressed it. If they never addressed it and they just act like that didn't happen, then I would have a different opinion on it. But because they addressed it, that kind of just put the cherry on top for me. And that was probably for me. Y'all might call me crazy, but for me, that was my match of the night. That was my match of the night. I will say though, Gunther's low key. He looks a little OP. How fast he recovers from RKOs is insane. I'm just saying, it's insane.
He's tough, bro.
But other than that, it was a good match. It was a good match.
I think they had Zelina win it just to say that they did the tournament at the time. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't get to watch this match, but like I think all week I was under the impression that Randy was gonna win, just because I was like, oh, here you go. This is the direct route to go from Cody versus Randy, and then you figure what to do with Gunther. And it didn't turn out to be that way, but I think regardless of who won, I thought this was perfectly done. Like, this was done fine. I thought this is great, man. I didn't see the match. I don't know how great it was. Obviously, I'm gonna take your guys' word for it that it was that good. I haven't really looked on social media, so I can't go off of that. But one thing I will say is that I did see like how the ending happened, and I could see why it happened. Obviously, I guess it sucks because it doesn't give Gunther a decisive win, but at the same time, it protects for Randy Orton, who I actually do think is going to go for that Universal title. But Randy could have gotten pin cleaned and still been fine because he's just Randy Orton, but at the same time, he hasn't really won much of anything of importance in a while. So I guess that's a way to protect him. But yeah, I wonder how we're gonna get to him and Cody, because that's the thing now for SummerSlam. I do believe the Rock's out of the picture for SummerSlam. I'll tell you that right now. He actually, a little bit of an update on him, that so he just wrapped up his Moana stuff, but he's still filming that UFC movie, and it's not going to be done anytime soon. So you can scrap him out. So I think they're going to go Cody and Randy at SummerSlam. It's just how we get there is kind of the thing. And then the other thing is, this is what's so interesting, is Gunther won, but who's he going to face? Because Damian is supposed to be in this feud with Finn Balor. I think Finn's going to win the Money in the Bank. But are you going to have Gunther against Finn? Are you going to have him against Damian? But those two are in a feud technically already, Damian and Finn. And then are you going to have, by the way, the match was made official, but Drew and Damian Priest have a title match. And it's like, are you going to have Drew win, and then you're going to have Drew and Gunther? Is that where they're going to go? Or are they going to do Drew and Punk at SummerSlam? Or is he not cleared? So are they going to do Drew and Gunther at SummerSlam? Like, there's so many different avenues they can take here. It's just a matter of how it's going to happen. But we got 2 months to find out.
Facts. I think going back to kind of what you're saying, how they're gonna get to that Randy and Cody match, the first couple points you had. I will say if they do that, and you know how WWE does not do heel and or babyface and babyface, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We need like an 09 Randy back. Like, that has to be the Randy. It can't be anything less. It has to be that one for it to work, in my opinion. I don't know how they're gonna get there, but I think we need that type of Randy just to continue to make sure this Cody reign is that good. But outside of that, I like that Gunther won, or excuse me. I like that. There's so many questions that we have now about how they're gonna book SummerSlam, how SummerSlam is gonna look. So yeah. And to be honest, I'm with EJ here. Finn is definitely gonna. I think Finn is gonna be in the mix. I do. And I would love for Finn to be in the mix. You know, shout out Bullet Club or forever. But yeah, man. I just love how there's so many questions for SummerSlam. And I'm gonna be there, so it just keeps me excited. You know, it's gonna be
There's a
great.
lot of directions they can go now, especially with the announcement after this match. It's going to be Damian versus Drew at Clash at the Castle, and then a few weeks later we got Money in the Bank, bro. So if Finn wins Money in the Bank, then you kind of got to expect for Damian to keep that title for a few more months then. Because if anybody's going to beat Damian for the title, if Finn's holding the Money in the Bank, it's going to be Finn. And then, but if Damian loses the title to Drew, that tells me someone else is winning the Money in the Bank. I'm not. I think the road's going to look a little bit more clear for who Gunther's going to face is after Clash of the Castle. So
100%, 100%.
Yeah, I think the road right now is the road right now is pretty blurred right now. Like there's not really too much consistency right now. But we'll get that eventually with time.
The way I think this is going to go, honestly, is I think Damian's going to retain because CM Punk is going to distract Drew at Clash of the Castle. But then the question is are they really going to run Damian versus Gunther at SummerSlam? That's something I can't see.
That's not a bad match though.
But before
it's not. But it's just a. But then the question is Damian's kind of leaning into a face role, so maybe that would make sense now. So I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think we can live with the Damian and Gunther match only because this SummerSlam is in 2 nights. You can only have one main event at the SummerSlam, so I think that's fine. It can be in the middle somewhere.
One thing I will say, I don't expect Gunther to win the world title on his first attempt.
I still think that's.
I have a feeling.
I low-key think he is, but I want to hear it.
This is just my prediction. I think after the Gunther match, because I think Gunther's gonna beat down Damian like a lot. Finn's gonna win the Money in the Bank, and Finn's gonna cash in that night at SummerSlam on Damian Priest. Because I think he's gonna be so beat down that he's gonna cash in on him. Because Gunther's that's just what he does to his opponents. But I don't see Gunther winning a world title until next year.
I get what you're saying. I do. I really do. But I just don't see him taking a pin. Like, I've just seen Gunther. They book him so strong. Yeah. It's just hard for me to see Gunther take a pin. Or even it doesn't definitely not tap out.
It doesn't have to be a pin because you can formulate it into a triple threat where he Finn cashes in mid-match and then the two men are just absolutely beat down. Because Drew is safe for Punk. Like, there's no way you're gonna do Drew and Gunther. Yeah. And I don't see dude. I just want to see Gunther away from a championship for a long while, and I think that's what they're gonna go with. At least I hope that they're not gonna put the title on him almost immediately, 3 or 4 months later down the road after Mania.
Okay. I guess we'll wait and see. But hey, this summer is looking amazing.
Yeah, it's stacked, bro.
3 weeks to Clash, 2 weeks to Battleground. Yeah,
it's crazy because the landscape's gonna change when guys like Seth come back and stuff like that. Like, the landscape's gonna completely change on Raw. So you're gonna have so many main event level talent, and now they're showcasing. Now Gunther's going to go up there, and then now you have Damian, who's holding his own currently. You're gonna have Finn Balor in the mix in the main event scene, and then you still are gonna have a guy like a Drew McIntyre and a CM Punk and a Seth Rollins, and it's like your world title scene looks stacked. And that's not even without mentioning, a name like a Jey Uso in there, who I still think is a main event level talent. And there's so many other names that you can potentially throw in there that could be main event level talent. And I think another one that comes to mind eventually when he loses the title is Sami Zayn. Who's to say Sami can't even win a world title? So the main event talent on Raw it's healthy, man. It really is. And even the mid card division is healthy on Monday Night Raw. So Monday is looking looking real good, but so is Friday. So WWE just has a healthy roster right now. And
I think.
look, Braun Breaker is eventually going to be in that world
Mhm.
title scene.
Oh
So,
yeah, for sure, for sure. But I think SmackDown is just in a situation where, because there's less injuries over there, it's like they're in it. They're hot right now. Raw,
Yeah.
we know what's to come. So I think it's just because we got some injuries, but I think they're
It's
both going to
crazy.
be shooting on all high cylinders.
While Raw does have injuries, they still feel pretty hot right now.
Oh yeah,
They're
for sure,
they're heating up.
They're
They're
deep, bro.
heating up.
They're deep.
for sure,
It's
for sure.
a
So
stacked
Nigel,
roster.
we went over it, but Nia Jax won the women's Queen of the Ring, and Gunther beat Randy Orton for the King of the Ring.
Let me see. But I think James face Samuel Flash title. I ain't going front. I'm not mad at that either.
That'd be cool, but I'm not gonna lie. If y'all really want Chad Gable to be a singles champion, it's got to be him because I think they would give Jey Uso that title from Sammy,
Okay, yeah.
and y'all don't want Jey Uso to lose another big match.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care, but I understand. I understand. It may hurt him this next time. You don't want to make him lose too many. I get it.
But yeah, let's get into this main event. Not a lot of questions come off of this one, to be real with you. Maybe the only question is what's next for our winner, and it is when Cody Rhodes defeats Logan Paul for the WWE Championship. It was only for the WWE Championship. And yeah, I mean, I wish there was more to talk about this. It was a good match. I think the only question is what's next for Cody. Is he going to wrestle at Clash? Is he going to wrestle at Money in the Bank? We know he's wrestling at SummerSlam, but it's just what are we going to do from here?
To answer your question kind of a little bit, he's going to wrestle on every pay-per-view going forward.
Yeah, most
He's
likely.
not missing a pay-per-view.
Most likely.
There's no way. Like you could leave Damian off a pay-per-view. There's no way you leave Cody off a pay-per-view. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's your biggest draw. He's your biggest draw right now, and he's not Roman where he goes away for some time and comes back for only major pay-per. This is a guy this is a fighting champion, and like he's gonna fight in every pay-per-view. I don't know what his next feud looks like. I'm curious because AJ might be his opponent again. I
think there's an issue with the way they're. I love the way it looks like they're going to do the storyline, but if he's doing all that and he loses again, then what was it for?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Carmelo gets a title shot. That's just me throwing things out there. Carmelo could realistically get a title shot at Clash. It's hard to picture who's going to go against Cody. And look, nobody's going to beat him anytime soon. Like. He's way too over. I saw a video of his entrance today, and man, that like he has aura, like insane aura. Like the crowd just singing his song, and then the whoa, and then him just coming through the smoke. Like he got crazy amounts of aura. Like you could see the testosterone just boosting right through his veins. He's just out there just feeling the crowd and. Just man, I didn't see the match, but I saw this fucking Logan went viral again. I saw this viral clip of him with the drone shot and him doing the frog splash through the table. By the way, that's a sick shot. If there's one thing I do love about Triple H's WWE is that he uses these camera angles that have never really been used, and he uses them to an effect. It makes certain moves look way cooler and also like way more dangerous than what they.
I know you said you haven't seen this whole match, bro. The whole match, the camera work was crazy, bro.
Was it a really good match? Was it was it as good as the AJ match from a month prior?
No. But
no.
It's not. But it's still a good match. It's not one of Logan Paul's top 3 or 5. To be real with you, but it's still a really good match.
I saw he did like some type of like arm drag from the top rope. I thought that shit looked kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
Logan still hasn't missed that.
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think the camera angles helped this match make this match look better than what it really was. To be honest with you. So from a production standpoint, from a storytelling standpoint, I think this was a really good one.
I don't know if it's
who produced it. So who produced it?
We got to figure that out. Figure that one out.
I don't know if it's just me. But Cody hasn't had the greatest feuds yet, but these matches have been very good, especially that AJ match. That AJ match was insane.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go watch this match, but like you guys said, I don't. You guys just said it was pretty good, so obviously that's 2 for 2 for him.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just what it's gonna be. And then obviously since he became a champion, he's 3 for 3 because he's also gone against Carmelo, and that match was really good. This is the difference now. I think it's a different dynamic now because with Roman, they would space it out, right? And the feuds would be grander, but these matches with Cody still feel pretty grand. These matches still feel pretty big, and you know that like if it's it don't matter who it is, Cody's gonna put on a good match. The feuds may not be the greatest, like how we're accustomed to with Roman, but we should know that going into a match, we're like, okay, we know what we're gonna get, and we're gonna get bangers, and like perfect indicator was that AJ match off the rip. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a great reign. I don't know who's gonna beat him, but every match I can already foresee that he's going to put on great matches. And the SmackDown roster is pretty stacked that where, like even with Randy, I think Randy's at a point in his career where he's working the slower pace, but I like the storytelling that he does, that he's able to tell. He's very enjoyable to watch still, Randy, and you can tell he looks very healthy. You can tell he's moving way better, and you can tell he's willing to do things that he wasn't able to do before. I saw one move over on social media earlier. Cody did a Cody cutter through the announce table, which looked pretty brutal.
Bro, Cody hit a vertebreaker.
Oh,
Bruh, Cody, what?
He tried to hit
And I
one,
heard
and then he missed it, and then he finally hit one.
I heard something about this feud kind of released a side of Cody that we hadn't seen in a while, like a more infuriated Cody, kind of like trying to cook somebody. Cody.
Yeah, he was like basically telling him,
Loki had a son Logan. Yeah, he had a son Logan real quick.
Yeah, he and I like that. I'd love to see that version of Cody more because I feel like he's always too passive for me. He always comes off as too passive, and I'd like to see him get a little more serious. Obviously, not every feud, but for feuds that people push him, and I think that Randy one is going to really push him. It's going to if we see, like, I know you were talking about 09 Orton, but 2018 Orton might be the better route to go. Or pandemic.
Oh no, that's the
Orton,
one that was
with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy and he was sadistic. Like that shit was pretty sick. What he used to do to Jeff Hardy. And even pandemic Orton.
I'm gonna say, could you imagine Randy kissing Brandy though? Come on,
bro. Like, there's like, bro, I'm telling you, like that feud is going to make Cody as a legitimate champion. That feud is going to, like, he's already legit, right? But I think that was just gonna put him in an upper echelon of title holders. That feud right there.
No,
and I think we're gonna see a more. We're gonna see black hair Cody. Like, obviously he's not gonna dye it, but we're gonna see signs of black hair Cody in that feud.
I can definitely see it. I can definitely see that.
That's my favorite version of Cody, by the way. Black hair Cody. I love it. Look at his early look at some of his heel stuff from Ring of Honor and stuff like that. Man,
it shouldn't be anytime soon, but I do want that heel Cody to come one day.
Yeah, one day. I think we're maybe a year or two away from that. Eventually it's gonna happen. But I wonder if they're gonna go to revert to his New Japan and Ring of Honor type stuff, or if they're gonna turn him into a legit Homelander.
That would be crazy.
They're gonna turn him.
He's gonna be straight up a politician.
Yeah,
something like that. Have we seen something like that before? I hope they do look into that. They should really look into.
I really wish they would have done that in AEW, man. Just kind of went the whole, because everybody thought he was fake or whatever. They could have just went with it.
Kind of like what they're doing with the Young Bucks right now.
EVP, they don't go that big.
Bro, that storyline that they're doing with the Young Bucks, they could have done that shit with Cody, and it would have worked out way better.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If Cody was still there, he would be not Okada. He would be the face of that right there with the Bucks.
He would be. He would be the face.
He'd be the face of
for sure.
He'd be the face of AEW.
Yeah.
He'd be well, I mean, he's the face of WWE. Like he's the face of WWE. Ever since he became champion, he's the face, man. I think he was. I think even before. I think when he won the Rumble, it almost seemed like that was his crowning moment. Like this year's Rumble, not last year. I think that was his crowning moment, and I think it became more apparent after the stuff with The Rock happened. I think it became more apparent that this is the face right here. Like this is the guy you're gonna move the needle with forward. When people started backing him over The Rock, like that's not something you see ever. And I think there was kind of that was his real crowning moment when the crowd kind of rallied behind him. And they started the "We Want Cody" thing. That was the crowning moment right there, and that's when I think he officially became the face of the WWE, and the WWE was gonna have to stick by him and kind of let him roll the horses, and he's been great so far as a full-time champion. It's been very refreshing because for 4 years we've seen Roman, and it's very refreshing to see this guy come on and kind of just deliver a different dynamic to the championship scene where it's all comers, no matter who it is. Logan, you want some? Come get some. AJ, you want some? Come get some. Carmelo, you want some? Come get some. It don't matter. He's gonna go down the roster. And I think it's gonna set up for some very interesting feuds even after, because obviously I think Randy Orton's obviously the end goal for SummerSlam, but I'd love to see what he does after, because I think there's a whole list of potential feuds that he can do after SummerSlam.
Okay. You said Cody said you want some, come get some. Cena.
Basically, man. Hey, man, I would love if Cena just came in for like a quick couple week feud with Cody, man. But I don't know if we're gonna see that anytime soon.
I don't know why.
They're allergic to babyface and babyface, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I think a feud that could be really good now that this guy's actually doing pretty good now is
yes.
Oh yeah, that's a great one right there, Cody and Bobby. But and Bobby obviously has to turn heel. But I think one that's gonna be really good is Cody and Solo. They got to visit that at some point.
Since Solo is acting like the tribal chief, and he should be able to win like the tribal chief, right? I can go direction they go.
They could.
Oh no, I hope Cody squashes Solo. Squash that.
That's one I'd be very interested in that feud. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be very invested into that.
Oh, they did the whole thing in 2023 where Cody told Solo he wasn't ready now, so Solo can be like, "I'm ready now," and then but he's not really ready, because he's not the tribal chief.
Exactly.
They shouldn't
I'd like that
if
one.
they're gonna do something like that, they shouldn't do that match unless after Cody beats him, someone like
Roman.
a Jacob Fatu or bigger is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Roman's coming back.
No, that could be like where Roman. You think Roman's going in there to help Solo, but really he's like, what has Solo been doing this whole time?
Yeah, exactly. He's been lying, saying that like he's been talking to me, saying he's the tribal chief, but in reality, it's not the case.
Bro, when Roman comes back, that run is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just calling it how it is, bro.
One question, because I like before we end the stream, do you think Roman should get another title run, or do you think that last one that 4-year run should just be the last one where everybody kind of
I think there's some things he can do without the title, so at least immediate he should stay away from it.
Let us get a year or two without a title, and then if something for some reason calls for it, then I wouldn't be opposed to it. But if we're saying as of right now, I would say no.
I'm not gonna lie, I would say no. Like I think if you were to ask me in 2 years from now, I think I would still tell you no, because he's not gonna do a greater title reign. It don't matter if it's 6 months, a year, whatever it is. That should be the very last impression people have on him as a champion. I think that should, like, it's a record-setting run. It's something we'll never see again, at least in our lifetimes. I don't know if we'll see it again. Like when he retires, they're gonna be like, oh, last time he was champion, he was on that record-setting run, and people should keep it like that. And there shouldn't be another title reign after, just because I don't. It like might diminish it a little bit.
I think what's so great about that though, Rod, is that they can use that in the storyline now. Like if Roman's still a heel at some point, and he's going for the title. He can be like, "Y'all saw what I had. Y'all saw how long I was champion with last time I was champion. So don't let me get that belt, because
like
I might just not come back. I might just
Yeah.
not come back. Yeah.
that'd be a good story to play with. There. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things that they can go with, and especially with Cody. But man, that kind of wraps up the King and Queen of the Ring. But tomorrow, as we all know, is Double or Nothing. Triple main event: Mercedes, Willow, Swerve, and Christian Cage. And the third main event is it Malachi?
No, it's the Anarchy in the Arena.
Oh, the Anarchy against Team AEW, and then obviously Malachi Black against Adam Copeland for TNT Championship. And
Pray for Darby Allin tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah, I pray for him.
He's gonna do something so stupid like jump off the top of the arena or something dumb.
Tony Khan, don't let that man get out there, bro.
It's gonna
EJ,
be,
I'm with you. I
excited.
got my winning as well.
I'm excited for this. Dude, I'm excited for this. For the show tomorrow night.
Me too.
I'm very excited. I think it's
solid matches, bro.
It's a great card. It's a great card. And how could you forget, man? The Learning Tree.
Real.
How could you forget, man?
Real. Rod's coming around. Okay.
Like, hey, look. I was a big hater. I can't hate no more.
Wait, for real?
I gotta put my.
This is a crazy moment.
Yo.
I gotta tip my cap to Learning Tree. You know, my bad. It's on me. My bad.
He wasn't familiar with the game.
I wasn't. You know.
Save us, Chris Jericho. He still does. But he
no,
found a way to turn it into a character. So shout out him.
So shout out to Chris Jericho, and I hope you win tomorrow night. So I think he's gonna win. But yeah, like stacked card.
Sounds like I'm in Chirac right now. Hold on, man. There's fireworks going off next door.
Dude, I'm very excited for this Will Nightingale and Mercedes Moné match.
I
don't know what way it's gonna go, because obviously Willow can win, but why would you have Mercedes lose in her first pay-per-view match? So
isn't it her first match in AEW?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Isn't that fucking stupid? Leave it at Tony Khan.
Man, I'm very excited, man. There's so many things to look forward to on this pay-per-view. And we're gonna cover this pay-per-view later on in the week on Thursday. We're gonna do a stream on Thursday, recapping Double or Nothing, Monday Night Raw, NXT, and AEW Dynamite. So make sure you guys stay tuned, man. And any last words? WrestleSpot, Tommy.
Tomorrow should be interesting, man.
Thursday already sounds like a pretty big episode, chat. So y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
It already sounds like a big one.
Forgot to tell y'all, this is the current before AEW tomorrow. This is what our predictions look like so far. So for the King of the Ring, Tommy did win. He had 5 points. I had 4. Axel had 3.
Come on. Hey,
as far as the season.
Wait. Rod, who's in last place?
Careful. Tommy, you better be careful, buddy. Be careful.
Why?
Be careful.
Why?
The predictions ain't over. Predictions
just
just
the night.
I'm going to win my day, though. I won the day. Tomorrow we're going to win
As far as
we'll
the
see
season.
You win the battle.
As far as the season, Tommy, you are still in last place with 22.
Fuck.
Axel, you are in second place with 26, and I am in first place with 27.
Hey, as long as Tommy's in last.
Hey man, double or nothing could switch everything.
And that's the goal. That is the goal.
And tune in Thursday to find out if you won the BTBC predictions, man. Quick $50. Remember, in June, probably do another 50, and then in July, you have a chance to win a copy of EA College Football 25, man.
And what PLEs are in July?
Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So if you get, hey man, that's gonna be fun.
One thing I want to say, we are 9 episodes away from hitting episode 100. We are going to be making a special announcement real soon because we got a big episode coming up for episode 100. We're not really going to do a coverage show. We're going to do something completely different. You guys will get to know more about it as time goes on, but as of right now, episode 100 is shooting for
it's
around
about to be in
June.
5 weeks. About 5 weeks.
Yes. About like the end of June.
Low-key, that might be the stream for Money in the Bank predictions, is if I'm doing my math correct.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Might be.
Interesting.
Towards the end of June. Yeah.
So we'll do the predictions, and then we're gonna kind of transition over to the 100 episode special for BTBC.
Hey, maybe
You
if
guys
we're
stay
feeling,
tuned.
we'll just give away shit on that stream too. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Just give away a bunch of shit if we're feeling like it. So, guys, stay tuned. Hey, check us out on TikTok on at BTBC podcast on TikTok.
Mhm.
Russell Spy has been doing a phenomenal job uploading content. Man, this dude is like literally the workhorse, like off the camera, man, around the clock. Like big shout out to Russell Spot, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Show him some love. Go check out
Pour
TikTok.
goat on me. I mean, pour goat on me. Pour honey on me.
Go, same thing.
Yeah.
Tommy has also been putting in work behind the scenes. He's always the one to post on Twitter about BTBC. So make sure you guys go follow him on Twitter. And yeah, man. I mean, we got a lot of stuff coming for you guys.
And Rod carries the streams with the information.
Definitely,
it's a collective
the
work.
recap god.
Yeah.
It's a collective work, right there.
Hey, man.
All right,
But, we're all putting in the work, man. We're all putting in the work. Bro. We're all putting in the work, man. That 100th episode is gonna be fun. Some of y'all's favorite from past episodes, all on one stream. It's gonna be like those. It's gonna be like those episodes of Disney Channel when That's So Raven, Sweet Life on Deck, and I don't know, Good Luck Charlie would all cross over for one episode. This will be fun.
One
Oh yeah,
thing,
for sure.
Russell Spot has also started to upload our streams over on Spotify.
Mhm.
So be on the lookout for that as like audiobooks. So if you guys, obviously don't want to watch it through
Those
YouTube,
those will usually be up the same night, just like later or just the next morning. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you guys don't want to watch the actual stream and kind of just want to listen to it as an audiobook, then feel free to go on to Spotify. It's under the Russell Spot
/ BTBC. Yeah.
Yes. And like I said, and another thing, join our Discord because that's where we post all our updates for our streams. The Discord, it's in the link in my description. Over on Instagram, for Russell Spot and Tommy. I don't know if you guys have it in your guys'
Twitter.
Instagram, but
Yeah.
Twitter. So make sure you guys join our Discord because that's where we post all our updates. And yeah, Russell Spot, take it away.
All right, man. If you're watching after an hour, 7 minutes, and about 20 seconds, we definitely appreciate it. You all be safe out there. Got more content coming in the week, Thursday, Sunday, every week, except if there's an AEW pay-per-view. But with all that being said, we appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Enjoy wrestling, man.